How you doing, Dr. Ulysses Jackson? Welcome back to another Mental Health Monday. Today we're going to discuss self-care. How you take care of yourself. That's what the topic's going to be about today. On areas of your life in which you're trying to take care of. And in taking care of yourself, it comes with a couple of levels of this. You have your physical self-care, psychological self-care, your emotional self-care, spiritual self-care, and that professional day-to-day life that we live every day, type of self-care. So the first level of self-care I want to discuss is going to be that physical self-care. And I have to say this for a disclaimer, that the conversation that we're about to have is for informational use only. It's not to be used in any way as clinical, or mental health services or the benefit of a counselor. This is me and you having a discussion on how to self-care and things to look at to make sure that your self-care is being, addressed. So when we talk about physical self-care, we start off with that. Are you eating right? Do you have a balance, 3 meals a day? Are you eating your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner? And for those that are busy and working hard, we kind of try to slip over that lunch break sometimes. No, if you got a break, take your break. Take your lunch break. And that's part of that self-care, and you taking care of the things that you need to take care of. Also, eat healthy. Know your diet. You know what makes you gain weight, not gain weight, lose weight. Know your diet. Know what's in your plan and your eating diary. So make sure you eat healthy. If you can, go to the gym, do it at home, get some exercise in. Try to make sure that you're exercising regularly. Attend regular doctor's appointments. Sometimes some of us could have cancer, colon cancer, diabetes. If we're not going to check up on this, we're kind of getting sluggish during the day, we're tired, then you check on your physical health. So make those doctor's appointments. We're getting older. Make those doctor's appointments and make sure that you're taking care of that physical self-care. Work. Whether you work independently, you have your own job, your own services that take some time off. Get away from your job. Take a break. If you had a job that you got 2 weeks vacation or 3 weeks vacation and you didn't use your PTO, use that. Very important to use your, seeing your personal time off to relax and go down, kind of calm down. Do some kind of physical activities, whether you like dancing, taking long walks, running marathons, jogging, or even play sports. Make sure that you address these physical activities that you're moving around. This helps your mental state of mind. This helps your physical state of being. Make time away from that cell phone and internet. That's not an activity. So break away from that, man. Try to do something different other than being on the internet and the phone on a regular basis. The next level of self-care is that psychological self-care. When we talk about that psychological self-care, we're talking about make time to reflect on where you are and where you want to be. Having your own measuring stick for yourself is going to be the goalpost on which you move. Are you going to move forward? Are you moving backwards? How are you moving? You know what I'm saying? So do some self-reflection. Try to find a spiritual connection in the community or a network. Whether if you go to the temple, you go to the mosque, you go to church, whatever it is that you do, get connected in your community. You know what I'm saying? Also, psychologically, be open and not knowing. I got some people that I know in my life that they have all the answers. I don't want to have all the answers. I don't want to be the all-knowing, because if I'm the all-knowing and know all the answers, I cut myself off from the money of learning. So I kind of, I kind of pat myself on the back for being able to still learn and not knowing everything. That meditation and that yoga, we use that meditation and that prayer, that quiet time for yourself, to regroup and kind of, bring that energy level down. So then we look at meditation and yoga. Try to learn new things. I'm kind of impressed when someone could bring a topic to me and I say, well, I could explore that some more, or let me look into that. You know what I'm saying? Because that keeps my brain focused and moving, that I remain teachable. Spend some time with your family and friends. Be with those that you love. Be around people that you want to be around. That work family, if you got it, great. If it ain't that, do your work, go home, and then get with some people that you do have love for, or that you are very more comfortable with being with. Write in a journal. This adds on to your psychological care. Writing in that journal lets you also go back to self-reflecting on where you are and where you want to be and how your day-to-days are going and where you want your days to be. The next level of self-care we're going to discuss is emotional self-care. You can't buy this in Walmart. You can't get this in the mall. Self-care is a personal job. You know what I'm saying? So stay in touch with important people in your life. Like when you do that journal and you wake up in the morning, who's the first people you talk to? Who do you call? What do y'all talk about? Look at that self-care. That's going to be the emotional state that sets you up for your day. So stay in touch with some very important people in your life that's going to help you get to your next goal or achieve. Again, going back to reflecting on spending time with those that you love to be with. We just had the holiday season. Be around the people that you love. Be around the people that, that makes you, you're like, wow, family, friend, whoever, your partner, your loved one. Make sure you're around those people that bring you joy. Love yourself. There's no greater love than the loving of your internal self. Saying that I'm doing all I can do. I've been all I can be. I have to love me. So try to reflect back on that self-love. Reread your favorite books and your movies. I got a couple favorite movies that I like, a couple favorite books that I like. And sometimes when I watch it again, I'm like, wow, I always can find something in it. Like when a certain movie's coming on, you're like, gosh, a rerun. But a certain movie that you like, and you're like, oh, that's on again? And then you kind of find time to run down and see that movie again. So connect back with those movies and those books that you like to read that were fun to you. This is going to add to your emotional self-care. Find things that make you laugh. Nothing like a good laugh. I was strolling on the internet the other day and I came across some things that were some funny daily jokes. And sometimes they had me rolling and I forward it to a friend because when I laughed at this hope, every day is not a downer, especially dealing with this emotional state that we're in. I get off of Fox News, get off CNN for a little while. Self-reflect on things that make you smile. Play with your children or your grandchildren, someone younger than you, so you can bring them some joy, and make them laugh. Again, get involved in your community so your community knows you. Sometimes I feel real good when I see somebody in my community and they say, hey, Ulysses, or hey, Dr. Jackson. That lets me know from the landscaper to my neighbor to the guy down the block that can see me at the gas station that could greet me. Be known in your community. Try to be part of that network of people that you associate with. The next level of care is spiritual. This is not religious. It's what it says. It's your spiritual care. What does that entail? Your spiritual entails making time to reflect again. Some of these things are repetitive because if you self-reflect a lot, you get to look into yourself and see what you got. You know what I'm saying? What's in the bank? What do I have in the money? So that self-reflection and making time for yourself, really, really hits home. Spending time outdoors and with nature. You might not be a nature person, but you may take time to just take that walk. Watch the leaves fall off the tree. Look at that bird chirp. Watch that sunrise or that sunset. So try to find that peace within sharing some time with nature. Find a spiritual connection in your community. Again, the mosque, the church, the temple, wherever you go to find that spiritual connection, try to spend some time there. Be open to new inspiring things, be able to be teachable again. Like I said, some of these things on the list are repetitive, but certain self-care, mental care, emotional care. Do these evaluations, Am I inspiring or can I be inspired? Try not to always be in charge. Try at times to say, you know what? I don't want to drive the car every day, all day. Sometimes I want to get in the driver's seat. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I want to come out of the driver's seat and be a passenger. I don't want to pilot the trip every day. Let me kick my feet back up. Let me watch somebody else drive and not giving them direction when they drive. Turn here, turn. Be a passenger. You know what I'm saying? And relax for a little while. You don't have to be in charge all the time, Watch somebody else, because you know what I'm saying? Sometimes to be good leaders, we have to be good followers. So watch somebody else take charge. Again, not knowing. Be open to that. I don't have the answer to this. Some people I know, as soon as I bring up a subject, they got all the answers. I'm like, wow, this guy must have got an A in every class. Don't come in my circle or my circumference and all of a sudden you have the answers to everything. Like I said, I thrive on learning and learning new things because I'm not a know-it-all. I'm an expert in a certain field because I spent years, studying that, to get that PhD. But other areas, I'm clueless on. Learn to forgive. Learn to forgive. And we talk about this forgiving. This is real important. Don't forgive for the moment. If you're going to forgive somebody, try to really forgive them. And if you have a problem forgiving someone, talk to a professional about that. Because that anger and weaponizing something that happened in the relationship and not really truly forgiving or forgiving for convenience, it can turn around and hurt you. So let's focus on, if you're going to forgive and be forgiven, let's focus on what does that mean to you. That means letting go. Finally, your workplace and your professional care. We're usually at work 8 hours a day. That's a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? 40 hours minimum a week. You know what I'm saying? Over 160 hours a month. You're spending a good portion of your life with these people that you work with. So take the breaks during the day. You got a 15-minute break, a 10-minute break. Take your breaks. So this is all going to be assessed back to your professional, your workplace care. Because then you get angry with somebody during the day and you say, I didn't take my lunch break. I didn't take my 15-minute break. I still got 3 weeks vacation I didn't take. And now a day they say, what you don't use, you lose. Take your time. Take that time off, that PTO, take it. If you just got to go home and relax and wind down, take that time for that self-care. Talking to coworkers. You can't be at the job with the screw face all day long. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case and it's messing with your mental state, try to move on somewhere. Get at least 1 or 2 coworkers that you could talk to, chat with, a colleague even after work. I have some social workers, other mental health doctors, other PhDs that I could talk to that other than friends, that I could bounce thoughts and ideas off of, and advance my professional career. Getting that supervision and that consultation. Although I've been a doctor for years, I've been in the business for 15 years, there are still men and women that have been in this field longer than me and have more experience than me and are some of my friends. When I have a question, sometimes I call them, and I ask them for advice on a particular client or my own behavior. I got to check myself, to make sure I'm not burning out. And everybody had their own approach to this, but I was asked or told before that every counselor has a counselor. If that's the way you want to look at things, that's not how I look at things. Every counselor should have a supervisor or a support network or a professional consultant that they can consult with. That if I'm feeling burnt out, who do I go to? I go to my network of other professionals that's been in the business a little longer than me. So yes, I have supervision and I have consultants that I go to when areas go outside of my realm, or if I'm emotionally being challenged, I have someone I can go to and talk to. Which goes into having that support network of men and women who are professional that do what I do, that's in the field of social work and helping people with mental health. Set limits with your colleagues and your clients. You can't have that all day long, I'm accessible. If I see you for 45 minutes or an hour, I can't give you 2 and 3 hours. I have to set times and boundary, even with my colleagues. I can't come home from work and be on the phone all day because I have a personal life and a professional life, and learn how to separate it and deal with time management and set times to build my clients and my colleagues. Try not to get emotionally exhausted. What this is telling me is that I can't get so consumed in the workforce that when I come home that I'm just drained. It's like driving your car till you have no gas and every day the gas light comes on. What's the benefit of that? You're pushing the car to the limit. You know you need gas. So your body's going to tell you when you start to emotionally break down. So we want to be aware of this emotional breakdown. So be aware of not to get emotionally exhausted. When work is over, you can't hit the door coming home from work and jump right into another work. You know, like I hear some carpenters or some plumbers, they do the work all day, then they come home and start working at their house or their friend's house. Wind down. Take some time to just wind yourself down because it's going to add into your self-care and your emotional state of being. So the purpose of this whole conversation on self-care, where we looked at the physical aspect, the psychological aspect, emotional, spiritual, and our professional self-care, is to find that balance in your life. You know, once again, this is Dr. Ulysses Jackson. Thanks for following me again on another Mental Health Monday. And make sure that you assess yourself in those 5 critical areas of your life. Again, Dr. Ulysses Jackson, thanks for stopping by another Mental Health Monday. And make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and share. Thank you.